Sit back and enjoy 2 hours of fascinating facts you didn't know. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Let's get started.
Cats are predators by nature. However, their instinct is not always driven by hunger. Sometimes they play with their prey, such as mice, out of boredom or to practice their hunting skills. In the video, the mouse plays dead to distract the cat and escape death. This defense strategy is known as thanatosis and is a common tactic in many species. The Dominico banana, one of the smallest banana varieties in the world, is a delicious and sweet fruit. Unlike other bananas, the Dominico is richer in vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. Although its size makes it seem like a snack, its nutritional value is comparable to that of larger bananas. Rumeisa Gelgi, the tallest woman in the world, and Jyoti Amge, the shortest, met in London at a Guinness World Records event. Gelgi measures approximately 7 feet 1 inch, while Amge reaches around 24.8 inches. The height difference is more than 4 feet 11 inches. The Q burger was created by the restaurant Third Wave, inspired by the aesthetics of Minecraft. Its cubic shape makes it visually striking and unique. It contains bacon, meat, cheese, tomatoes, and condiments inside a square bun. The design seeks to replicate the geometry of the famous video game. Ectopic cilia are eyelashes that grow in an abnormal direction due to a rare congenital anomaly. They can affect humans and animals, appearing more frequently on the upper eyelid. Although they generally do not cause serious problems, they can lead to eye irritation. In some cases, surgical removal is recommended for aesthetic reasons or to prevent discomfort. Paterna, in Valencia, Spain, implemented a canine DNA system to improve urban cleanliness. When feces are found on public streets, a sample is collected and analyzed in a laboratory. Pet DNA registration is mandatory in the town. This makes it possible to identify the responsible owner and issue a fine. The measure aims to encourage responsibility among dog owners. It also helps keep the streets clean and orderly. Flossie is the oldest cat in the world, recognized by Guinness World Records in 2022. She was born in 1995 and lived with several families throughout her life. She was eventually taken in by Cats Protection and adopted by Vicky Green. At her age, equivalent to about 120 human years, she continues to enjoy love and care. In 1963, George and Charlotte Blonsky designed a rotating table to assist childbirth using centrifugal force. The mother would be secured while the device spun at high speed to facilitate the expulsion of the baby. The idea arose after observing the behavior of an elephant at the zoo. Although it was patented, it was never approved for medical use. Its unconventional nature made it unviable for obstetric practice. In Bangkok, Thailand, there is a culinary tradition known as gung ten, a spicy salad with live shrimp. Although diners must wait for the shrimp to stop jumping, they are served alive to guarantee unmatched freshness. This practice highlights the importance of fresh ingredients in Thai gastronomy.
Have you ever heard of ant bathing? It's a behavior in which certain birds rub ants over their feathers. The formic acid secreted by the ants helps the birds remove bacteria, fungi, and parasites, keeping them clean. More than 250 bird species are known to perform this curious ritual.
These are pieces of copper that have oxidized after coming into contact with oxygen in the air. This is how the Statue of Liberty looked before.
In some cities, only red lights are used at night. Although this might seem odd, there's a very good reason for it. The red light prevents disturbance to local wildlife. In areas near the coast, red lights are used to avoid confusing newborn sea turtles. These hatchlings instinctively move toward the ocean, guided by the moonlight, and white lights could disorient them.
Piranha, which means toothfish in Guarani, is an animal with a fearsome reputation. Despite their sharp teeth and aggressive image in movies, piranhas rarely attack humans. They are primarily scavengers and opportunistic feeders, and attacks occur only under conditions of extreme hunger or if they feel trapped and threatened. The Shar-Pei is a dog breed characterized by its distinctive wrinkles and thick skin. Its appearance is due to a genetic mutation that causes excessive production of hyaluronic acid. This substance accumulates in the skin, creating a fleshy, folded texture. This caterpillar is known as the monkey caterpillar and is sometimes mistaken for a spider due to its appearance. Its hairy and spiny appendages not only help defend it, but also mimic tarantulas, which deters predators. Although its spider-like appearance is deceptive, contact with its spines can cause a painful skin irritation. The katana is a traditional Japanese sword with a sharp, curved, single-edged blade, designed for precise cuts. Its length ranges between approximately 23.6 and 28.7 inches, and its handle allows it to be held with both hands for greater control. It is forged using artisanal techniques that combine hardness and flexibility, making it durable and effective in combat. Historically, it has been a symbol of the samurai and is linked to values such as honor and discipline. Its design seeks balance between functionality and aesthetics, making it a work of art. The blue parrotfish lives in warm waters of the Caribbean and the Western Atlantic. It can reach up to approximately 3.9 feet in length and has pharyngeal teeth that allow it to grind rocks and coral. As it feeds, it excretes sediments as white sand that contribute to the formation of tropical beaches. This process is known as bioerosion and has a positive ecological impact. A single specimen can generate hundreds of kilograms of sand per year. In addition, it helps clean reefs and control algae growth. Its presence is vital to the balance of coral ecosystems.
A team of workers can lift an entire building using hydraulic jacks. This technique allows historic structures to be preserved or damaged foundations to be repaired without demolishing the building. The process involves placing multiple synchronized jacks beneath the base of the structure. Through controlled pressure, the building is lifted gradually and steadily. Precise coordination is crucial to avoid cracks or structural damage. This method is also used in flood-prone areas as a preventative measure. The caterpillar of the common barren butterfly, native to India and Southeast Asia, camouflages itself very effectively in its natural environment. As it grows, its shape and green color make it resemble the central vein of a leaf, protecting it from birds and other predators. This adaptation increases its chances of reaching adulthood. When it transforms into a butterfly, the males display brown wings and the females show greenish tones. The plant known as Brazilian boldo, scientifically called Plectranthus barbatus, is a natural alternative to toilet paper. Its leaves have a soft texture and an appropriate size for this use. They have a noticeable scent and can be easily grown in gardens. Some environmental activists promote this use as an eco-friendly option. Its growth is fast and it does not require special care. In addition, its use reduces paper consumption and environmental impact. This is a small school of fish moving together. They follow this type of formation for strategic and survival purposes. They do it to protect themselves and confuse their predators. While some feed, the others protect the group as if it were a single entity. Jeff Day is known for having the largest hands in the world. His fingers are exceptionally thick, which has earned him the nickname Popeye. He holds the world record for the largest ring size 30. His impressive hand size is due to a unique genetic trait. The traditional Chinese board race, in which 3 people run together, is a notable example of the importance of synchronization. Although muscles and endurance are important, the success of the race depends entirely on the runner's ability to coordinate their brains and movements as one. This is a key principle in many Chinese practices of cooperation. It is not possible to fold a standard sheet of paper more than 7 times, because the thickness of the paper increases exponentially with each fold. For example, a sheet of paper approximately 0.004 inches thick will become about 0.5 inches thick after being folded 7 times. If a sheet were folded 42 times, its thickness would be approximately 1,440,000 feet, which would be greater than the distance between the Earth and the Moon. On the other hand, if a sheet were folded 103 times, its thickness would be greater than the diameter of the observable universe. Seriya sheep, native to Turkmenistan, are part of a fat-tailed breed adapted to arid and cold environments. Their large tail serves as a fat reserve, performing a function similar to a camel's hump by storing energy for times of scarcity. This ability allows them to survive in regions such as the Karakum Desert and the plains near the Kopet-Dagh mountain range. Their wool is semi-coarse, shiny, and rich in fluff, ideal for making traditional textiles. They are recognized for their physical resilience and livestock efficiency. The Adumu dance is a tradition practiced by young Maasai men from Kenya and Tanzania during initiation ceremonies into adulthood. In this ritual, participants form a circle and perform vertical jumps without bending their knees, demonstrating strength, agility, and endurance. The highest jumps are admired by the community. This act is both a competition and a spiritual and cultural expression. Women do not jump, but accompany the ritual with songs and cheers.
In China, so-called gutter oil or sewer oil is a dangerous illegal recycling practice. This oil is extracted from sewers and restaurant drains and often contains sludge, bacteria, and food waste. Despite being highly toxic and a serious public health risk, it is resold at very low prices to street food vendors and some restaurants.
Damascus goats, native to Syria, are ironically known as the most beautiful goats in the world because of their appearance. Despite their unusual faces, they are a very valuable and appreciated breed in the Middle East, as they are selectively bred for their high milk production, which is used to make cheese and yogurt, and for the quality of their meat.
In Bangladesh, urban public transportation is chaotic and risky. Buses are often dented and scratched due to aggressive competition among drivers. Many drivers are paid per passenger, which encourages dangerous maneuvers. It is common for vehicles to scrape against each other or have minor collisions while in service. Traffic rules are weak or poorly enforced, which worsens the disorder. On the streets, assistants bang on the buses to guide or warn the drivers. This situation creates a precarious daily experience for users.
Bumblebees can beat Gelings with enormous force, creating a mini vortex that can lift dust or sawdust from the ground. Although they have a stinger and can inject venom, they are much less aggressive than bees or wasps and only sting in self-defense when they feel threatened.
Lindy Burkowski is an automotive mechanic and detailer from Pennsylvania, United States. She has become popular on social media for her work restoring and modifying trucks. She stands out for her unique technique of signing vehicles with an angle grinder. With more than 1 million followers, she has gained recognition within the automotive community. She shares content about vehicle repair and customization.
Lycopodium powder is composed of dry spores from primitive vascular plants of the genus Lycopodium. Although they are sometimes confused with mosses or ferns, they belong to a different family. This substance is highly flammable due to the large surface-to-volume ratio of its particles. When dispersed in the air, it can ignite almost instantly. For this reason, it has been used in theatrical special effects, fireworks, and scientific demonstrations. Its behavior does not depend exclusively on its chemical composition, but on the way its suspended particles burn. Hair transplantation is a surgical procedure used to treat baldness and hair loss. Hair follicles are transferred from a donor area to areas with lower density. The follicular unit extraction technique removes individual follicles for implantation.
James Bruton built an electric motorcycle with a unique design. Instead of wheels, it uses two large omnidirectional spheres. These allow it to move in any direction, but make riding it a major challenge. The motorcycle features powerful motors and balance sensors. In Nigeria, the ritual dance of certain spiritual practitioners is part of religious ceremonies among peoples such as the Yoruba, Igbo, and Hausa. These dances are accompanied by intense percussion and chants that induce states of trance or communion with the divine. The movements of the spiritual dancer usually follow the rhythm of the drums that set the timing of the ceremony. In some traditions, the dancer is considered an intermediary between the human and the sacred. These practices reflect the deep relationship between music, the body, and spirituality in Nigerian culture.
The blind cockroaches exist. They are common in Cuba and parts of Colombia and the United States. The species is Penchlora nevia, also known as the Cuban cockroach.
Identical twins do not have the same fingerprints. After all, you cannot blame your mischief on your twin. This is because environmental factors during development in the womb, such as umbilical cord length, position in the uterus, and the rate of finger growth, influence fingerprint formation.
Banana ketchup is a traditional condiment from the Philippines, created as an alternative to tomato ketchup. It was developed by Maria Orosa during World War II due to tomato shortages. It is made from mashed bananas, sugar, vinegar, and spices, resulting in a sweet and slightly acidic flavor. Although its natural color is brown, it is usually dyed red to resemble conventional ketchup.
During spring, camels naturally shed their winter coat. To assist this process, people can remove the loose hair. This procedure is common in domesticated camels and helps them adapt to warm weather. The old coat comes off in large clumps, revealing their lighter skin. Swimming crabs are a species of saltwater crab that uses its last two legs, shaped like paddles, to propel itself through the water. Unlike other crabs that crawl along the seafloor, swimming crabs can swim at high speeds and are active predators. Their ability to swim is an adaptation to their environment, allowing them to hunt fish and other animals.
Mexican honey ants belong to the species Myrmecocystus mexicanus and inhabit arid regions of the country. Some workers, called repletes, store nectar in their abdomens, which swell to the size of a grape. These ants function as living reservoirs within the nest and regurgitate food when others need it. The stored liquid contains essential nutrients such as sugars and lipids. In certain regions of Mexico, their honey is consumed for culinary and medicinal purposes. This use has been documented since pre-Hispanic times in cultures such as the Nahuatl and represents a remarkable example of biological adaptation and cultural value. Although it is common to think that roosters eat grains, their diet is much more varied. They feed on small insects such as fleas and lice that they can find on domestic animals. In addition to helping keep pets free of pests, roosters are excellent insect controllers in the garden, since they consume larvae and other arthropods.
Cats may knock objects over out of curiosity, hunting instinct, or boredom. This behavior helps them explore their environment and better understand objects. Sometimes they do it to check whether something is dangerous or unstable. They may also do it to get their owner's attention.
Awaji Island in Japan is famous for producing high-quality onions with a sweet flavor. Their cultivation is an essential part of the local economy and has given the region its identity. Awaji onions are appreciated in Japanese cuisine for their texture and sweetness. The island has embraced the onion theme in its culture with decorations and related events.
Chen San-won is an elderly man from Taiwan, famous for playing Pokemon Go with multiple phones. In 2018, he started with 11 devices, but over time, he increased the number to 64. He mounts all his phones on a special structure attached to his bicycle. This allows him to catch more Pokemon as he rides around the city. Because of his unusual hobby, people have nicknamed him the Pokemon Go Grandpa.
The chamois is a mammal of the Caprinae subfamily, closer to mountain goats than to antelopes. It is an expert at moving across mountainous and steep terrain, thanks to its agile and strong legs. It inhabits the Pyrenees, the Cantabrian Mountains, and the Central Apennines.
Agar wood comes from the Aquilaria tree and is highly valued for its sweet, earthy aroma. Its unique fragrance arises when the tree produces a dark resin in response to a fungal infection. This material is essential in the manufacture of perfumes, incense, and traditional medicines in various Asian and Arab cultures. Due to its rarity and the long process required for resin formation, it is considered one of the most expensive woods in the world.
Kamini Zoo in Japan created the brand Zoo Jeans with unique denim garments. The pants are torn by tigers, lions, and bears in a special process. The fabric is wrapped around objects so the animals can play with it. The clothing is then made from these materials. Each pair of pants cost around $1,000, and the proceeds go to the zoo.
Modern Toilet is a themed restaurant located in Taipei, Taiwan, famous for its bathroom-inspired decor. Its dishes are served in containers shaped like toilets, creating a unique and humorous experience. The food includes ice cream shaped like feces and soups served in toilet bowls, surprising visitors. Its concept has gained popularity and attracts tourists looking for something different. Despite its unusual theme, it maintains quality in its dishes.
Geta sandals, made in China and adopted in Korea and Japan, are wooden footwear with raised platforms on the bottom. These sandals were traditionally used to walk through mud and puddles without getting feet dirty. The raised platforms also helped keep feet dry and cool on hot days. In London, England, there is Karen's Diner, a restaurant with a peculiar concept. Customers pay to be mistreated by the staff, from insults and mockery to having utensils thrown at them. The experience is based on rude treatment. Unlike traditional restaurants, the premise of Karen's Diner is to offer a unique and memorable experience that challenges the convention of friendly customer service.
The buff tip moth, scientifically known as Phalaera bucephala, inhabits regions of Europe and Asia. Its primary defense mechanism is camouflage based on the shape and color of its wings. When folded, it takes on the appearance of a broken twig with a whitish stripe that imitates split wood. This imitation is so precise that it is almost undetectable to birds and other predators. This mimicry allows it to remain motionless on trunks and branches without being detected.
Sand baths in Kagoshima, Japan are a tradition that dates back centuries. The baths are located over hot springs, and the volcanic sand is very dense and heavy. People are buried up to their necks, which helps improve blood circulation. This type of bath, unlike hot water baths, uses the temperature of the sand to relax muscles and relieve stress. This is the pitch drop experiment, and it is considered the longest-running laboratory experiment in the world. It began in 1927 and is still ongoing today, with the goal of counting how many drops of pitch fall from this funnel. This material is so viscous that only one drop falls approximately every decade. Since the experiment began, only 9 drops have fallen. The last one was in 2014, and the next is estimated to fall in 2028.
Recorded in Melbourne, Australia, the video shows a manta ray consuming spider crabs. Unlike other predators, the manta ray feeds by the handful and glides over the seabed, absorbing everything in its path. Spider crabs, despite being blind, have a highly developed sense of hearing, which allows them to detect the movement of the manta ray. Although they are blind, their hearing keeps them alive.
A 20,000-watt light consumes an impressive amount of energy, comparable to several household appliances combined. The average annual consumption of a refrigerator is 662 kilowatt-hours, a washing machine 255, and a television 263. The 20,000-watt light used in television studios and concerts consumes more than 20 times the energy of a refrigerator and is used to illuminate large spaces.
When they feel threatened or in danger, the chicks of the Cinereus mourner, native to South America, imitate the behavior of a venomous caterpillar. This is known as Bayesian mimicry. It is a phenomenon in which a harmless species imitates a dangerous one to deceive predators and avoid being attacked.
The stone columns of Crowley Lake in California are a geological marvel. They measure approximately 19 feet 8 inches in height and were formed millions of years ago when lava cooled as meltwater seeped into the ground. This process, known as columnar jointing, creates structures with evenly spaced columns that resemble the pipes of a church organ. The Crowley Lake columns remained buried for millions of years and were only discovered when a dam was built on the lake and the water level dropped.
The glass caterpillar from Ecuador owes its name to its almost transparent skin. This characteristic, along with its spines, serves as a defense mechanism, as it makes it difficult to see and can cause skin irritation upon contact. This larva transforms into a beautiful butterfly from the Saturniidae family, one of the largest in the world.
Meet the southern elephant seal. Look at this image next to a human to get an idea of how large it is. Of course, its name comes from its great size, as it can reach approximately 14 feet 9 inches in length and weigh around 8,818 pounds. It is also known as an elephant seal due to the presence in adult males of a proboscis that hangs over the mouth and can be inflated along with a pouch on the snout. This is Kenichi Ito, the fastest man running on all 4 limbs. He currently holds the record for the fastest 100 meters on all 4s, with an impressive 15.7 seconds. To achieve this, he has spent years in Africa studying the movement of different types of primates and perfecting his technique. Every year, he becomes faster and faster.
The Puli is a Hungarian dog breed easily recognized by its long, corded coat that can reach the ground. Their fur can be black, white, or various shades of gray. Beneath their dense curls, they are strong and muscular. Adult males stand about 16 to 17.3 inches tall and weigh between 28 and 33 pounds.
In a soccer match in Scotland, a camera with artificial intelligence mistook a referee's bald head for the ball. The system developed by Pixelot was programmed to track the ball during the game. However, several times it focused on the referee's head instead of the ball. This caused frustration among viewers, as the shot did not properly follow the match. The incident highlighted the challenges of artificial intelligence in recognizing moving objects.
Downhill is an extreme form of mountain biking that consists of descending at high speed on steep and technical terrain. The courses include natural obstacles such as rocks, roots, jumps, and tight turns. Cyclists must have great skill to maneuver under demanding conditions. The bicycles used are robust, with double suspension to absorb impacts. Safety is key, so specialized protective gear is used.
Chinese athletes Shenya Olin achieved a world record by performing 228 jump rope jumps in 30 seconds during an international competition in Oslo. He used a technique called double unders, in which the rope passes 2 or more times under the feet with each jump. This type of exercise requires precise coordination and extreme speed. To reach that pace, the athlete trained for years with intensive programs. The feat is equivalent to more than 7 jumps per second.
In 2015, in Huntington Beach, California, 66 people managed to write together on a giant surfboard measuring approximately 42.1 feet long. The feat took place as part of the celebration of 100 years of surfing in the city. With great coordination and balance, the participants managed to stay standing while surfing a wave for 13 seconds. The board used also broke the record as the largest in the world.
Lava collection is an activity carried out by scientists to study the composition of magma. It takes place in areas near active volcanic flows, where researchers use heat-resistant steel tools. To avoid risks, they wear thermal protective clothing and use long poles to collect samples. These samples are rapidly cooled in water to preserve their original state. Their analysis makes it possible to understand magma evolution and the internal processes of volcanoes.
Wintermelon is a large fruit grown in Taiwan and other warm climate countries. It can reach up to approximately 31 inches in length and weigh more than 28.6 pounds. It is also known as wax gourd and is highly valued in Asian cuisine.
High cholesterol can cause the appearance of xanthomas on the skin. These fat deposits usually appear on the hands, elbows, knees, and eyelids. They can form as visible yellowish bumps on the skin. In some cases, they also cause swelling or a tingling sensation in the hands. Basketball is a sport that combines basketball with mixed martial arts. It is played on a fenced circular court similar to a combat octagon. 2 teams of 3 players compete to score baskets without the need to dribble the ball. A considerable amount of physical contact between players is allowed.
The great gray owl has one of the most impressive abilities in nature, exceptional hearing that allows it to locate prey such as rodents with great precision, even if they are hidden beneath the snow. The owl can hear the movement of animals under the snow layer and swoop down to hunt them. This type of hearing is due to the unique shape of its feathers, which act like a funnel to capture sound waves.
This crane that remains stable on an oil platform achieves its balance thanks to an industrial gyroscope. The principle is the same as that of a chicken's head. The crane uses a system of sensors and counterweights to counteract the movement of the waves. This allows it to maintain balance and transport heavy loads safely, even in turbulent waters. Shark embryos develop outside the egg casing surrounded by a yolk sac. This form of development, known as ovipory, is common in egg-laying sharks. Unlike other animals, the shark develops within a yolk sac that provides the nutrients it needs to grow. The embryo can be clearly seen inside the sac, moving and developing until it is born.
There is an installation where you can feel how cold the Atlantic Ocean water was when the Titanic sank. The water temperature was between 28 and 36 degrees Fahrenheit. Most people can barely touch it for a few seconds without feeling pain.
Exploding Himalayan balsam is a flower native to the Himalayas that has the ability to launch its seeds approximately 23 feet away. This adaptation, known as explosive dehiscence, occurs when water accumulates in the seed pods, increasing internal pressure until they burst. This strategy allows the plant to disperse its seeds over a wide area, increasing its chances of survival.
Scorpion farms are established in several countries to produce venom for medical purposes. In places such as Egypt, Mexico, and China, scorpions are raised in controlled environments. Conditions include warm temperatures and adequate humidity levels. The extracted venom is used in research on disease treatments. Among its applications are potential uses in cancer and arthritis. Its commercialization has grown due to its high value in the medical industry.
Trichomegaly is a rare condition that causes excessive eyelash growth, making them longer, thicker, and denser. It may be related to genetic factors, certain medications, or conditions such as hypothyroidism. In some cases, the eyelashes may curve outward or become curly. Although it is usually not a serious problem, it can cause discomfort by rubbing against the eyes or affect vision.
At an auction, a survival biscuit from the Titanic was sold for the astonishing amount of $22,968. This biscuit, known as hardtack, was part of the emergency food supply aboard the Titanic in 1912. It reached land in a lifeboat, and despite being 106 years old, it is surprisingly in very good condition. Bailón del Diablo waterfall is located in Ecuador near Baños de Agua Santa. It has an impressive drop of approximately 262 feet in height and around 66 feet in depth. It is one of the most visited natural attractions in the country. Its hand-carved steps allow access to a viewpoint with spectacular views. The Korowai are an indigenous tribe that lives in West Papua, Indonesia, known for building houses in the treetops. These dwellings, which can reach up to approximately 115 feet in height, protect them from mosquitoes, wild animals, and even conflicts with other clans. The tribe remained isolated from the outside world until the 1970s, when it was contacted by anthropologists. Their culture, rich in symbolism, includes rituals, animistic beliefs, and a clan-based social organization. On a road in Kazakhstan, a man transports a cow in a small two-door car, a scene as unusual as it is revealing. In rural areas, livestock often has greater economic value than the vehicle itself. For this reason, many owners choose to use the only available means of transportation to move animals. This practice, although unusual, reflects the importance of livestock in agricultural communities. The cow often represents investment, food, or income, while the automobile is simply a means. Japanese laws require married couples to share a single last name. According to a study by Hiroshi Yoshida, this could lead to the last name Sato being the only one in Japan by the year 2531. Sato is currently the most common last name in the country. Its prevalence has increased over time due to marriage regulations. The low marriage rate and population decline could influence this projection. If the law does not change, last names could gradually disappear. The video reveals the secret behind the magic of fake fingers, an optical illusion. What is not visible at first glance is a prop thumb that hides a small LED. The magic lies in manipulation and visual deception, not in sleight of hand. This type of illusion is one of the most common and fascinating in the world of illusionism.
On October 31, 2002, AS Adama defeated SO Lemirne with a score of 149-0 in Madagascar. All the goals were own goals by SO Lemirne as a protest against previous refereeing decisions. The match set a Guinness record as the biggest win in the history of soccer. The game was played in the Madagascar THB Champions League. The protest arose after a controversy that left SO Lemirne with no chance of winning the championship. It is considered one of the strangest matches ever played.
Carpenter ants, known for building nests in wood, have a surprising ability. They amputate the legs of other ants to heal their wounds. This practice, which may seem cruel, is a form of survival. The amputations prevent wounds from becoming infected, which could kill the ant. In addition, the ants use their saliva to clean the wounds, showing their ingenuity and adaptability.
This is an airplane flying over Maho Beach in the Caribbean Sea, considered one of the most dangerous in the world. It is located in the Dutch territory of the island of St. Martin, and as you might imagine, it's dangerous due to its proximity to Princess Juliana International Airport. For this reason, planes fly very low over this beach, and their engines produce powerful gusts of air that have caused accidents, some of which have resulted in people being injured, even to the point of being fatal.
Paula Ulargui Escalona is a designer who merges fashion and nature in her creations. Her garments incorporate living plants that grow on special fabrics. This approach seeks to promote sustainability in the fashion industry.
Skywriting is a fascinating technique that uses small airplanes to create large amounts of white smoke. The first time writing appeared in the sky was in 1926 in the United States, but it was not simple words, rather entire newspaper paragraphs. This form of advertising, known as skywriting, required extreme skill and precision, as well as perfect coordination to make the messages legible. Hamsters have pouches in their cheeks that can expand all the way to their shoulders. These allow them to store food. Some species can carry up to 20% of their body weight in their cheeks. A dental implant is a permanent solution to replace missing teeth. The implant, which is placed using metal screws anchored into the bone, fuses with the jawbone in a process known as osseointegration. If the implant becomes loose, it is likely that there was a failure in the integration process, or that the jawbone was not strong enough.
Have you ever wondered why many Disney characters wear gloves? Mainly for a technical reason. Because early animations were created in black and white, their hands would blend into the drawings. The solution was to give them white gloves. In addition, this accessory made the characters seem more human.
The unusual ovens of Uzbekistan, called tandir, are used to cook traditional bread known as naan. The loaves are stamped with a distinctive pattern before being baked. Each baker has their own seal, which not only adds a personal touch to the bread, but also serves to differentiate the quality and origin of each loaf.
In the 1930s, Play-Doh was originally created for the purpose of cleaning wallpaper. However, in 1956, someone had the idea to market it as a toy.
Since then, more than 3 billion units have been sold, making it one of the most iconic and recognizable toys worldwide. This is one of the largest doors in the world. It is located at the Cathedral of St. John Lateran in Rome and is more than 2,000 years old. They are so perfectly balanced that a single person can open and close them. In China, there are plastic tongue covers that allow children to take medicine without tasting its unpleasant flavor. Balenciaga released the Paris Fully Destroyed sneakers with a worn and dirty design. They're a limited edition of 100 pairs and cost $1,850. The brand created them as a statement about fashion and consumption. Although promotional images show extremely destroyed models, the pairs sold have controlled wear. Some male lizards allow females to sleep on top of them while they are suspended. This behavior strengthens the pair bond. Penguins have a distinctive way of walking that can appear slow due to their upright posture and the way they waddle as they move. However, when they need to travel quickly on icy surfaces, they can slide on their bellies.
This is not a frozen wave, but a rock formation known as wave rock in Australia. As its name suggests, its appearance closely resembles a large ocean wave about to break. It measures about 46 feet in height and was shaped over 70 million years by chemical weathering of the subsurface, wind, and rain.
Osmium is the densest material on the planet and one of the rarest. It is found in small amounts within platinum minerals and in the mineral osmiridium. Its extraction is complex, as it is obtained as a byproduct of nickel and platinum refining. Due to its scarcity, its production is limited and expensive. Cats can have long strands of mucus when they suffer from respiratory infections or rhinitis. Nasal discharge can vary in color and texture depending on the cause. Some cases may be due to allergies or prolonged nasal inflammation. Chronic rhinitis can cause persistent mucus in felines. There is a strange condition called math anxiety, which is the intense feeling of worry or fear experienced by people who have to face a mathematical task or exam. This causes them to get poor scores, even if they are skilled in the subject or even know the answers. Meet insect candy. The company Hotlicks has been creating these products for 25 years. They produce everything from scorpion lollipops to chocolate-covered worms. And in case you are wondering, real insects are used. The creators assure that their products are not only harmless, but even beneficial for humans. The floating markets of Thailand are an iconic tourist attraction. They are found in canals and rivers, especially in Bangkok and the surrounding areas. Vendors transport their goods in boats called klongs. Visitors can buy fruits, vegetables, and traditional dishes prepared on the spot. Among the foods are soups, noodles, and traditional desserts. Each year, more than 1,000 shipping containers fall into the ocean due to maritime transport accidents. Inside them, various products can be found, such as clothing, toys, and electronic devices. Some are washed ashore by currents, while others remain on the seafloor. When a balloon is soaked in liquid nitrogen at approximately 328 degrees below 0 Fahrenheit, the air molecules inside it separate and deform. The balloon shrinks and wrinkles. But when it warms up again, the air molecules recover their original volume and the balloon reinflates. This experiment is a demonstration of the properties of gases at extreme temperatures. Some apartment buildings in Milan have pocket elevators. They are so narrow that barely one adult can fit inside. On the island of Isle Malk in Palau, you can swim with jellyfish without being stung. Their stingers are so small that they are harmless to humans. The giant Chinese spinning top called datuolao is an oversized version of the traditional spinning top. It is set in motion by striking it with ropes, which requires precision and strength from the participants. The activity demands coordination, as the rhythm of the strikes must be synchronized to maintain balance. In some regions of China, it has become a form of exercise. At below freezing temperatures, wet hair freezes quickly due to heat loss. If the temperature is below 30 degrees below 0 Fahrenheit, the water in the hair solidifies in seconds. This phenomenon occurs because the cold air extracts heat from the moisture, turning it into ice. Janus is a two-headed turtle born on September 3, 1997, at the Natural History Museum of Geneva, Switzerland. Its bicephaly is an anomaly in embryonic development. Each head has an independent brain, which can affect coordination. In the wild, two-headed turtles have difficulty hiding inside their shell. This makes them more vulnerable to predators. Throwflame has developed Terminator, a robot dog equipped with a flamethrower. It can shoot fire up to approximately 29.5 feet away and operate remotely.
Its LiDAR navigation system and laser targeting allow it to avoid obstacles with precision. Its battery lasts approximately 1 hour, while the flamethrower operates for 45 minutes with a full tank.
The only two countries in the world that do not have laws allowing any form of divorce are the Philippines and the Vatican. In all other countries recognized by the United Nations, it is allowed. Some hikers in Kazakhstan descend a river of stones as if they were riding escalators. The hikers slide over them as if on a natural moving staircase. This form of hiking is popular in the region and is a unique and exciting experience.
In some regions of Russia, a traditional method has been used to preserve milk, placing live frogs in the container. The secretions from their skin contain antimicrobial compounds. These help inhibit bacterial growth and keep the milk fresh. Russian scientist Albert Lebedev studied this practice and confirmed its antibacterial properties. A ballerina's feet must be strong and flexible to withstand the demanding movements of ballet. Constant practice allows them to develop pronounced arches and great endurance.
At Lake Savalin in Norway, Dutch skater Kjeld Nuis broke the world speed record in ice skating. His achievement was made possible by a Red Bull capsule that reduced air resistance and allowed him to reach a speed of approximately 64 miles per hour. This aerodynamic capsule, which resembles a rocket, was designed to reduce friction and allow the skater to move faster. The Red Bull capsule is an example of how technology can help athletes push the limits of the human body.
The bullet ant is famous for having the most painful sting in the world. Its venom contains ponerotoxin, a neurotoxin that causes intense and long-lasting pain. In Brazil, the Sateré-Moé tribe uses it in initiation rituals to demonstrate bravery. This insect ranks at the highest level on the Schmidt Pain Index, which classifies insect stings on a scale from 0 to 4. It lives in the tropical rainforests of Central and South America. The Atacama Desert in Chile is the driest place in the world, even drier than the Sahara. It is also the only true desert that receives less precipitation than polar deserts, and the largest fog desert in the world. In addition, both regions have been used as testing sites on Earth for Mars simulations.
The well-known restaurant Dunkin' Donuts recently removed the word donuts from its name to become simply Dunkin'. They reported that in previous years, only 8% of all their sales were donuts. Most of their revenue comes from the sale of coffee and beverages, similar to Starbucks.
There are also seismic events on the moon. They are called moonquakes, and about 3,000 occur each year. Unlike earthquakes, which usually do not exceed 60 seconds in duration, on this satellite, the shortest seismic movements last up to 10 minutes. Moonquakes are produced by meteorite impacts and by heating from the sun. The reason they do not cause the same damage as on Earth is because they have a maximum magnitude of 5 on the Richter scale.
Aryan Shukla, a young prodigy from India, set a world record in mental calculation. He added 104-digit numbers in just 30.9 seconds. This achievement is part of 6 Guinness records he broke in a single day. His speed surpasses that of a calculator when entering data.
The hummingbird is the only bird that can fly backward, thanks to its ability to move its wings in a unique flight pattern. This skill allows them to feed on flower nectar from all directions and sets them apart from other birds. The IP certification indicates a device's level of protection against dust and water. The second digit of the IP code determines water resistance, with values from 0 to 9. Tests include exposure to dripping water, spraying from different angles, and immersion at various depths. Higher levels guarantee resistance to high pressure and high temperature water jets. These evaluations ensure that devices function under different conditions. This is the current world record for stone skipping on water. The stone bounced 121 times and traveled approximately 397 feet.
In a neighborhood in Henderson, Nevada, some streets were named after Pokemon characters, including Squirtle, Snorlax, Charmander, Charizard, and Jigglypuff. The initiative arose when developers were looking for original names for the community. Many visitors come just to see the street signs with the Pokemon names.
Closing the toilet lid before flushing can help reduce the spread of particles and residue in the bathroom, but its effectiveness depends on the type of microorganisms present. Some studies have shown that closing the lid can decrease the spread of bacteria in the air.
This is a goldfish controlling a wheeled aquarium. The system works thanks to a sensor that detects the direction in which the fish swims and steers the aquarium's wheels in the same direction. This creation is part of a behavioral control experiment
demonstrating that animals have spatial awareness and are capable of adapting their environment to move through it.
In Germany, a unique event is held every summer at hydroelectric dams, the raft slide. Giant rafts capable of carrying 20 people and a musical band travel down the dam slides. The tradition of rafts dates back to the 17th century, and their original purpose was to transport timber. Over time, this transport has become a festival that brings people together to celebrate the summer.
The revenge speaker is a device created in South Korea to respond to noisy neighbors. It is placed on the shared wall and emits annoying sounds in response to excessive noise. Some models work automatically, while others require manual activation. The sounds can include baby cries or irritating music. Although it can be useful, it can also create conflicts between neighbors.
Fireworks can be launched during the day, although their visual effect is different from at night. Instead of shining in the darkness, the explosions stand out with clouds of smoke and intense colors that contrast with the sky. At death metal concerts, a ritual called the Wall of Death is common. It consists of the crowd splitting into two groups that run toward each other and collide in the center. Although the act appears aggressive, it is carried out by mutual consent among attendees. Pushing and falling are part of the experience, but it is common for participants to help each other up. For many, it represents an intense release of energy and a connection with the music. In Texas, United States, the Houston Art Car Parade is held, an annual event where anyone with an unusual car can participate. This parade, which began in 1988, is a unique cultural event in which artists transform their vehicles into works of art. Cars are decorated with all kinds of materials, from toys and feathers to scrap metal and recycled objects. In Singapore, a train uses smart windows to protect residents' privacy. The electrochromic glass of the windows becomes opaque when passing in front of buildings and residential areas, preventing passengers from seeing inside homes. This technology is an example of how modern engineering resolves conflicts between public infrastructure and private life. A study revealed that non-stick cooking utensils can release microplastic particles when damaged. A deep scratch in the Teflon coating can release more than 9,000 particles. If the coating is severely deteriorated, the amount can exceed 2 million particles. This raises concerns about food contamination and human health.
Most bananas consumed commercially are genetic clones of a single variety called Cavendish. This is because bananas do not reproduce from seeds like other fruits, but instead propagate through cuttings or rhizome shoots, resulting in genetically identical plants. In 2015, employees at the Egyptian Museum in Cairo accidentally damaged the beard of King Tutankhamun's funerary mask. They attempted to quickly repair it using common glue to hide the incident. However, the improvised fix was discovered months later, which forced the piece to be dismantled and undergo a professional restoration process that took several months.
During a forest fire in Veracruz, Mexico, a fire whirl formed, a phenomenon known as a fire tornado. This type of event occurs when intense heat and strong winds create a vortex that concentrates the flames. The whirl can lift burning embers, spread the fire, and reach temperatures above approximately 1,832 degrees Fahrenheit. Due to its unpredictability and power, it is considered more dangerous than a conventional tornado. A laser engraving machine from the Chinese brand Hans Laser creates the popular ripped denim effect. Instead of tearing the fabric in the traditional way, the machine burns the material with a laser to achieve a worn look. This technology allows manufacturers to produce clothing faster and more precisely, reducing production costs and improving product quality. The brain of beluga whales is contained within a gelatinous structure known as the melon, which allows them to communicate with other whales and navigate their habitat. These animals are known as the canaries of the sea because they are the most expressive cetaceans, capable of producing hundreds of different vocalizations. What is most impressive is that they do not even have vocal cords. Unlike other species, this wide variety of sounds originates from the beluga's brains.
In Knutsford, England, a steam locomotive race is held. These locomotives, once used for plowing and hauling loads, have been turned into racing vehicles. The race held each year is a celebration of locomotive history and a way to honor the past.
Vegetables include all edible parts of plants, such as roots, stems, leaves, flowers, and fruits. Greens, on the other hand, are a subgroup of vegetables that mainly includes green parts, like leaves and tender stems. Examples of greens are lettuce, broccoli, and spinach. In cooking and nutrition, this distinction is important because each group provides different benefits. All greens are vegetables, but not all vegetables are greens.
The giant soap bubbles seen in the video are the result of a soap mixture with a high amount of glycerin. Glycerin, an ingredient used to make soap and other products, increases the elasticity of bubbles, allowing them to grow to giant sizes. This type of bubble is used in magic shows and entertainment events.
Light painting is an artistic technique that uses long exposure photography to record the movement of light sources in the dark. This art form combines image, time, and gesture, creating visible traces captured in a photograph. Although it has become popular with modern tools such as the Lightwriter pen, its origins date back to the 20th century. In 1949, Pablo Picasso collaborated with photographer John Mealy to draw with light using a flashlight.
In some hospitals in China, medicine transport systems are automated to reduce the risk of errors and improve efficiency. Medications are transported through a network of underground tubes or by robots that move through hallways. This automated system ensures that medicines reach their destination safely and quickly without the need for human intervention.
Christina Ernst created a robotic version of Remy, the rat from the movie Ratatouille, as part of her Halloween costume. She used a three-dimensional printer, motors, and programming to give it movement. Remy can raise his arms and pull hair, imitating the iconic scene from the movie. The Salt Cathedral of Zipaquirá is an impressive underground church in Colombia. Built within former salt mines, it combines architecture and religious art. Its design was developed by architect Roswell Garavito Pearl. The cathedral features several naves and a monumental salt cross. Its altars and sculptures are carved directly into the salt rock.
The Pink River, located in San Juan de Urabá, Colombia, owes its color to the microalga Dunaliella salina, which releases carotenoid pigments into the water. This phenomenon occurs mainly during the dry season, when salt concentration increases and favors its proliferation. Its pink hue makes it a unique tourist attraction. During the summer, the color intensifies, creating an impressive landscape.
Neo is the virtual assistant of Neo brand electric cars. This artificial intelligence system interacts with the driver in an expressive way. It can greet the user and respond to voice commands. In addition, it learns from the driver's habits and adjusts its behavior. Neo makes gestures such as winking and showing emotions.
Lycopene is a carotenoid found in red and pink fruits and vegetables, such as tomatoes and watermelon. It acts as an antioxidant, protecting cells from oxidative damage. Its consumption has been associated with a reduced risk of cardiovascular disease. Its possible impact on preventing certain types of cancer, such as prostate cancer, has also been studied. It is found in natural foods and is easily accessible.
A bicycle GPS with laser guidance, manufactured by an American company, is an ingenious tool for cyclists. The device projects a laser line onto the ground to indicate the direction and distance users should follow. This system is more intuitive than a traditional GPS, since there is no need to look at a screen and it can be used in the dark. In addition, it has many applications in other fields, such as music and painting.
Fuxi, also known as Paosi, is a central figure in Chinese mythology. He is depicted as half man and half serpent, a symbol of ancestral wisdom and harmony between opposites. He is considered a cultural hero and is credited with fundamental contributions to humanity. According to tradition, he taught people how to fish with nets and hunt with iron weapons. He also devised the writing system and the 8 trigrams of the I Ching. Some legends state that, together with Nuwa, he repopulated the earth after a great flood. His image is venerated in monumental sculptures, especially in Jinan.
Recorded in Russia, the video shows how a magnetic field lights fluorescent tubes without the need to connect them to a power source. This phenomenon, known as electromagnetic induction, is used to generate electricity in power plants. However, prolonged exposure to magnetic fields generated by high-voltage power lines has been linked to health issues, which underscores the need for caution around this type of infrastructure.
Some bicycle washing machines use low pressure and rotating brushes to clean quickly. These systems are designed to remove dirt without damaging components. Models such as the Velo brush allow for effective cleaning.
Some modern basketball courts use tempered glass and LED screens to display impressive visual effects. ASB glass floor technology allows game lines and statistics to be projected in real time. In addition, systems like Lumaflex turn the floor into an interactive screen with millions of pixels. These innovations enhance the experience for players and spectators.
You might not know this, but watching horror movies can help you lose weight. This is because while watching them, our heart rate and adrenaline increase dramatically, causing our bodies to burn calories. You can lose up to 200 calories depending on the intensity and duration of the movies. In fact, the movies that burn the most calories are The Shining with 184, Jaws with 161, and The Exorcist with 158 calories. However, keep in mind that this is only a slight aid and does not replace exercise or a healthy diet.
At the end of each school year, graduating seniors at Basha High School in Arizona throw pages from their notebooks down the stairs as a symbolic gesture representing the end of the academic cycle and the release of accumulated stress. This cascade of paper has become a tradition anticipated by the student community, serving as a cathartic way to say goodbye to classes and academic challenges. Although it is not an official practice, it is understood as a modern rite of passage into the next educational stage, while younger students help collect the paper and promote recycling, reinforcing a sense of belonging across generations.
This is the Indian painter Bhagesh, who uses a truly unique artistic technique. He colors his cartoons using the sun and a magnifying glass. Instead of using traditional inks or paints, Bhagesh concentrates sunlight through a magnifying glass to burn and create precise marks on paper, generating shading and textures. It is an innovative form of art that combines optical precision with creativity, resulting in works with a distinctive finish. Drinking water is the most consumed beverage in the world, as it is essential for life. However, tea ranks second in global consumption, surpassing coffee and soft drinks. Its popularity is due to its many varieties and health benefits. In countries such as China, India, and the United Kingdom, tea is a fundamental part of the culture.
Ferrofluid is a fascinating liquid that reacts to magnets. It is made of metal powder and water, and its shape changes when magnets are placed under the container. The different shapes it takes are due to the shape and strength of the magnets. This phenomenon is a demonstration of fluid physics and magnetism, and it is used in robotics and material science.
Dry ice is carbon dioxide in solid form, with a sublimation temperature of -109.3 degrees Fahrenheit. Unlike regular ice, it does not melt, but instead transitions directly from solid to gas. It is used in transporting perishable products, avoiding liquid residue. It is also popular in special effects to create dense fog. Some tattoos can react to ultraviolet light thanks to special inks. These ultraviolet inks make the design invisible under normal light and activate it under black light. They do not affect the skin more than conventional inks, although they require special care.
Samuel Henrique da Silveira Lima, known as B-Boy Samuca, is a talented Brazilian breakdance dancer. He lost a leg due to femur cancer in childhood, but he never stopped dancing. He has participated in international competitions and shows such as America's Got Talent. Despite the challenges, he performs impressive acrobatics using one leg and his hands. This is how artificial lakes are stocked with fish. They travel in a container and are released through a hose. This is how water droplets behave when they fall onto a surface of approximately 392 degrees Fahrenheit. They do not evaporate immediately because a thin layer of vapor forms beneath them, causing them to levitate slightly about 0.039 inches. They move erratically for a period of time until they completely evaporate. This is known as the Leidenfrost effect, and although it looks fascinating, it is best not to try it at home. The CH-47 Chinook is a heavy-lift cargo helicopter manufactured by Boeing. Its dual horizontal rotor design provides great stability and transport capacity. It can carry up to approximately 22,046 pounds and operate in difficult terrain. At Kyoto University of the Arts, graduates can attend their ceremony wearing creative costumes. This annual tradition allows them to express their imagination through unique outfits. Many choose anime characters, movie characters, or original designs. Dinotomic is a Norwegian artist recognized for his impressive works created with gunpowder and fire. His technique involves placing the powder on a canvas and igniting it to form detailed images. He has gained popularity on social media, where he shares his creative processes. In addition to working with gunpowder, he has explored materials such as sand and salt. His artistic approach has made him a reference in experimental techniques within urban art. Mirjana Kika Milosevic is a talented makeup and body painting artist. She is famous for her impressive optical illusions on the face and body. Her transformations include creepy toys. Between 1886 and 1902, the Statue of Liberty functioned as a lighthouse in New York Harbor.
Its light helped guide ships arriving in the city. The United States Lighthouse Board supervised its operation and maintenance. However, the lighting was not powerful enough to be effective. Because of this, the lighthouse was deactivated in 1902. During the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, a Toyota robot played basketball during halftime of the game between France and the United States. The robot, which is capable of making 100 out of 100 shots, was designed to perfect precision and skill in basketball. Despite being a robot, it has a unique personality and moves like a human. The traffic management system called Smart Lane Movable Median is designed to improve road mobility. It uses movable medians that adjust the number of lanes according to traffic demand. It employs sensors, cameras, and communication technology to analyze traffic flow in real time. With this information, authorities can automatically modify lane distribution. Its implementation helps reduce congestion and optimize circulation. Until the arrival of Donald Trump to the presidency of the United States, John F. Kennedy had been the wealthiest president in history. The Ivanpah Solar Power Facility Tower in California uses sunlight to generate electrical energy, but it also has an unexpected side effect. It burns insects and birds. The tower concentrates the sun's rays, creating intense and extremely hot points of light. Flying animals that approach the tower are scorched and turn into white flashes in the video. It is a reminder that green technologies, while beneficial, can have unforeseen consequences. Isaias Rivera has one of the highest recorded vertical jumps. In his best attempt, he reached 50.5 inches, approximately 4.2 feet. His explosive power and strength have made him a reference in this type of physical performance.
A Chinese company released transparent toilets onto the market. According to them, it is so users can see the entire journey their waste takes before going down the drain, something rather unpleasant.
A domino tower that collapses to form the face of Mario Bros. Is an example of the passion people feel for the famous video game. Mario Bros. Street in Saragossa, Spain, is another sign of its popularity. The domino effect represents the precision and skill required to play the game and complete its levels.
James from the Action Lab has demonstrated how water can be shaped without a container. He uses a super hydrophobic substance to repel water on a metal surface. By leaving a small square uncoated, the water becomes trapped within that area. Surface tension prevents it from spreading, giving it a defined shape. This effect is possible thanks to the extreme repulsion between the liquid and the treated surface.
The manufacturing of nails begins with a selection of steel wire, which is cut into sections of appropriate length. The wire then undergoes a drawing process to reduce its diameter before being shaped. The tip is mechanically sharpened and the head is formed through pressure. Next, the nails undergo heat treatment to increase their strength. Depending on their use, they may receive a zinc coating or another material to prevent corrosion.
Adriana Macias is a renowned Mexican speaker, writer, and lawyer. She was born without arms, but she has turned this circumstance into a strength. She has developed an extraordinary ability to perform everyday activities with her feet. Through her talks and books, she inspires thousands of people.
In Wuzhen, China, the Golden Dragon Night Cruise is a chain of 88 bamboo boats that winds along the Yulong River. The dragon is a symbol of good luck in Chinese culture, and the cruise, illuminated with red and yellow lanterns, represents the dragon in motion. This tradition, which dates back centuries, is a way to celebrate Chinese culture and the beauty of the river.
The concept of gravity-defying domino lipstick is, without a doubt, a purely digital creation. The way these objects float and move through the air for fractions of a second, ignoring the laws of physics, clearly reveals that they are the product of sophisticated computer editing tools. Although visually striking, this image does not represent a physical reality, but rather a clever illusion.
The satanic leaf-tailed gecko, native to Madagascar, is a reptile known for its eyes which, due to their structure, seem to defy the laws of light and color. Its pupils, shaped like small vertical slits, give it impressive night vision. This gecko is a nocturnal predator that hunts insects and other invertebrates.
Ark Encounter is a museum in Williamstown, Kentucky, that features a full-scale replica of Noah's Ark. The structure measures approximately 508 feet long, 85 feet wide, and 49 feet tall. It is one of the largest wooden structures in the world. Its design seeks to faithfully recreate the biblical account of the flood. Inside, there are educational exhibits about the history of the Ark and the animals. Ants are fascinating insects with impressive strength, capable of lifting objects much heavier than themselves. Videos in India and Bangladesh show ants transporting unusual objects, such as a metal necklace and a piece of plastic. Although it is often believed they use these to build their nests, it is more likely they are removing them from the entrances to clear the path, or, in the case of metal, simply moving it out of curiosity. Studies have shown that the average office employee is productive for approximately 2 hours and 53 minutes during an 8-hour workday. Various distractions, such as social media and non-work-related conversations, affect daily performance. The ability to concentrate decreases over time, reducing efficiency. This data has led some companies to reconsider the length of the workday.
In Sydney, Australia, Corella cockatoos have invaded gardens, rooftops, and streets, adapting to the urban environment after the loss of their natural habitat. Their intelligence allows them to survive among humans, but they cause visible damage to houses, vehicles, and crops. They emit loud screeches that disrupt neighborhood calm. Although they are protected species, their proliferation has prompted studies to control their presence. They feed on worms that emerge after rainfall, which influences their mass migrations. Some residents feed them and coexist with them, while others are forced to repair damage. It is an urban coexistence that is as annoying as it is fascinating.
The Lezginka is a traditional dance from the Caucasus that expresses harmony between strength and elegance. The man performs agile jumps and energetic movements, imitating the flight of an eagle, while the woman glides gracefully like a swan. They dance without physical contact, following norms of respect and modesty deeply rooted in local culture. This dance is performed at weddings, celebrations, and public spaces, and may include acrobatic variations. Its fast rhythm and 6/8 time requires great physical skill.
The International Space Station gets rid of its trash in a curious way. It is simply allowed to fall toward Earth. Unlike satellites that partially survive re-entry, these trash bags do not pose a danger to the atmosphere, since their size and composition cause them to burn up completely upon re-entry. As the International Space Station continues to generate waste, scientists are studying new ways to recycle or reuse materials in space to reduce the impact of space debris. Red Bull's Soapbox Race is a motorless car competition in which participants design and build their own vehicles to race on urban courses. The first edition was held in 2000 in Brussels, Belgium, and since then, more than 100 races have been organized in different countries. Creativity is essential, and teams present extravagant designs inspired by popular culture. A 360-degree immersive projection room created with multiple projectors gives the illusion of being on a beach. The projection room is used for relaxation therapies, meditation, and mental health treatments. Projecting calming images, such as a beach, helps patients reduce stress. In Manila, the Philippines, the procession of the Black Christ is one of the largest religious gatherings in the world. The statue, carved in 1606 in Mexico, turned black after surviving a fire on the ship that transported it to the Philippines. Millions of devotees, many of them barefoot, gather each year to try to touch the statue, believing it has miraculous powers. The pink dragon millipede is a species discovered in Thailand in 2007. Its bright color acts as a warning to predators. Unlike other millipedes, it does not live exclusively in caves, but in the jungle. Its segmented body is covered with numerous legs. As a defense mechanism, it releases hydrogen cyanide, a toxic substance. Professor Angelo Abora implemented a creative strategy to prevent cheating on exams at Batangas State University. He asked the students to wear original and eye-catching hats. More than 70 students participated and received extra points for their creativity. The designs included chickens, knights, televisions, teddy bears, and even a giant chainsaw. Leipzig-Halle Airport in Germany has taxiway bridges for aircraft. These bridges allow airplanes to cross over Highway A14 without affecting vehicle traffic. They are part of an infrastructure designed to improve operational efficiency. During a school game in Michigan, a blind student from Zeeland East High School made a basket guided solely by sound. To achieve this, a person tapped the rim while the crowd remained completely silent. This strategy allowed her to orient herself through hearing and execute the shot. The moment was recorded and widely shared for its emotional impact. In adaptive sports, silence is essential so that athletes with visual impairments can perceive acoustic cues. In this way, sound becomes their primary navigation tool. In Russia, a holographic ticket clerk interacts with users from a screen. Unlike conventional ticket machines, its purpose is not only sales, but also user interaction. Although its usefulness may seem limited, this technology has the potential to revolutionize the way users interact with automated systems, adding a more human touch to technology.
Elias Herrera shows what it is like to live with a cow at home through his social media. His pet, Bruce, has become popular for his unusual behavior, exploring the kitchen and enjoying human food, surprising his followers.
Air traffic is the coordinated movement of aircraft within managed airspace to ensure safety and efficiency. It is divided into commercial, private, and military flights, each with specific regulations. Air traffic control oversees takeoffs, landings, and routes using radar and satellite technology. Factors such as weather, flight density, and international regulations affect its flow.
The International Space Station is a laboratory in orbit around the Earth, inhabited by astronauts of various nationalities who conduct scientific research in microgravity.
RoboBiker, created by Japanese roboticist Masahiko Yamaguchi, is a robot that pedals and maintains balance on a bicycle. Its skill lies in its controller, which calculates the amount of movement needed in the handlebars when the bicycle tilts. This technology has applications in robotics, autonomous vehicles, and drones.
In the 1890s, milkshakes were prepared without electric blenders, using hand crank mixers. The recipe included milk, flavored syrup, and in some cases nutmeg. The mixture was vigorously shaken to achieve a foamy texture. Recorded in California, United States, the sea becomes a shining canvas. As the waves break, they reflect the afternoon sun, creating a dazzling effect. This phenomenon is the result of the way light strikes the water and the particles in the air, transforming the ocean's surface into thousands of sparkles.
La Quebrada in Acapulco, Mexico, is a famous cliff known for high-risk dives performed by experts. With a height of approximately 148 feet, divers calculate the exact moment to jump to avoid hitting the rocks. Since 1934, this spectacle has attracted tourists from all over the world. Some dives include lit torches, adding an impressive element.
In Voronezh, Russia, highways have a dual purpose and serve as emergency landing strips. Civil infrastructure is a strategic asset for the military, which can use roads for aircraft landings. This approach reduces dependence on military airfields, which are more vulnerable targets.
The white tiger is a variant of the Bengal tiger, or the Siberian tiger, resulting from a genetic mutation called leucism. This condition reduces pigment production in its fur, giving it its characteristic white color while retaining black stripes. It is not an albino animal, since it retains melanin in its skin and eyes. In the wild, white tigers are extremely rare. Their coloration can hinder camouflage and reduce their chances of survival. Today, they exist only in captivity, where they are bred for their exotic appearance. This is what a cross between a tigress and a lion looks like. It is known as a liger and is only born with human intervention. It can measure up to approximately 13 feet in length and weigh up to around 1,102 pounds. It is larger than its parents. Its color ranges between orange and yellow, and although they are not very visible, it has tiger stripes. The male develops a lion's mane. It is sociable like its father and enjoys water like its mother.
In Townsville, Australia, projections were used to give trees faces during a festival. This technique, known as video mapping or projection mapping, uses light to project images onto irregular surfaces. Artists manipulate the projections to match the shape of the trees, creating an immersive visual experience that seems to bring them to life. The goldfish, also known as the golden fish, is one of the most popular fish to keep as a pet in aquariums. In the wild, they grow much larger. Recorded in Ohio, United States, this is Flight Fest. It has several events. The one we see consists of sending multiple remote control airplanes flying in circles until they crash into each other. Although it may seem destructive, this type of event is part of a subculture within aeromodeling that celebrates piloting skill and the excitement of controlled collisions. At the Peabody Memphis Hotel, the famous ducks perform a daily march from the rooftop to the lobby fountain. This event takes place twice a day and is guided by a duck master. The ducks walk along a red carpet while visitors watch. During their resting time, they remain in the Royal Duck Palace, a special area on the rooftop. Take a look at the design of the Canadian passport. When white light is shined on it, there is nothing special. But under ultraviolet light, we can see colorful drawings glowing on it. These are Canadian symbols, such as maple leaves and Niagara Falls. The coolest thing is that this design is not simply artistic, because in addition to its aesthetic contribution, it also helps protect the document from counterfeiters.
In the 1970 World Cup, Puma paid $10,000 to Pelé to tie his shoelaces before kickoff. The intention was for the cameras to capture his cleats and the Puma logo. This marketing strategy had a major impact on the brand. Puma sales increased by 300% after the iconic gesture. It was one of the first advertising campaigns in soccer broadcast in color.
In Águas Claras, Brazil, a family stands out for a genetic variation known as polydactyly, which is expressed by the presence of 6 fingers on the hands and feet. This trait, often hereditary, shows the dominance of a specific gene. In the Da Silva family, this characteristic is not seen as an anomaly, but as a distinctive trait, and many of its members have it, making it a family symbol.
The group E-Jump Fuji, made up of elementary school students in the city of Fuji, Japan, achieved a Guinness record by performing 230 team jump rope jumps in 1 minute, using a single rope with all participants jumping at the same time. This officially recognized feat has been widely shared in the media and on social networks, and highlights the need for precise synchronization, great physical endurance, and speed. The wandering spiders photographed by Gil Wiesen in Brazil are known for being among the most venomous species in the world. Their size is similar to that of a human hand, and as their name suggests, they do not weave webs but hunt their prey. The appearance of dozens of spiderlings under a bed demonstrates their ability to adapt to urban environments. This man decided to build his own bicycle for 2 people. Although its usefulness does not seem exceptional, his creativity and ingenuity make the result surprising. These are Indian clubs, traditionally used for exercise, although they are also used in competitions. These objects, which can vary in weight and size, are excellent for improving strength, endurance, and mobility of the shoulders and torso. Their practice, which has historical roots in the Indian subcontinent, is an effective form of functional training that has gained popularity in modern fitness for its comprehensive benefits. Emergency escape ramps are designed to stop heavy vehicles in the event of brake failure. They are located on roads with steep grades and feature gravel, sand, or mechanical systems to slow the vehicle. Some ramps have upward slopes to take advantage of gravity during stopping. Their structure helps reduce speed in a safe and controlled manner. They are essential in mountainous areas and long downhill stretches. At the Yasser volcano in Vanuatu, a scientist decides to take a selfie at the mouth of the erupting volcano and is surprised by it. Yasser is one of the most active volcanoes in the world, and its eruptions are known for their intensity. The scientist's proximity to the mouth of the volcano is an act of bravery, but it is also a reminder of the dangers of nature. Wind turbines kill between about 10,000 and 100,000 birds per year in the United Kingdom. Interestingly, painting one of the blades of a wind turbine black can reduce bird deaths by 70%. The mountains surrounding a residential building in Shanghai, China, are actually fake rocks made of concrete. This strategy is used to create more attractive urban landscapes and to hide the structures located behind the buildings. Fake rocks are also used to give buildings a more natural appearance in an attempt to blend modern architecture with nature. Flamingos bend their legs at the ankle and not at the knee. Their knees are closer to the body and are covered by feathers. The part that goes from the toes to the ankle is actually the entire foot. Vantablack is an extremely black material developed by Surrey Nanosystems. Its carbon nanotube structure allows it to absorb up to 99.965% of visible light. Objects coated with this material appear two-dimensional, as they reflect no light and show no detail. It was originally created for scientific applications, such as telescopes and optical sensors. It is one of the darkest materials ever developed. Orcas are toothed whales known for their high intelligence and strong social bonds. They're distinguished by their black and white color pattern and their ability to swim at high speeds, reaching up to approximately 35 miles per hour. They are apex predators with a varied diet that includes fish, squid, seals, and even larger whales. In 1993, Russian cosmonaut Alexander Serebrov took a Game Boy with Tetris to the space station. This made Tetris the first video game ever played in space. The console used on the mission is considered an iconic object in gaming history. In Shanghai, China, a speed model is used who changes pose every 2 seconds.
This type of modeling, used by the clothing brand Taobao, is a way to promote products quickly and efficiently. Unlike traditional modeling, which is based on elegance and movement, speed modeling focuses on rapid changes and the model's ability to switch poses instantly. Penjors are tall posts made of curved bamboo, decorated with leaves, fruit, rice, and symbolic fabrics. They are placed along avenues, homes, and temples during the Balinese festival of Galunong. This festival celebrates the victory of good over evil and marks the return of ancestral spirits. Penjors represent offerings to the Hindu gods, especially as gratitude for prosperity. Their arched shape evokes sacred mountains close to the divine. They also symbolize harmony between humans, nature, and spirituality. The frozen surface of a swimming pool melts when touched with the tip of a foot, a phenomenon that seems to defy the laws of physics. Water always begins to freeze at the surface, and the layer of ice that forms is very thin. When touched, the bonds between the ice crystals break, causing it to melt instantly. This phenomenon is a demonstration of the nature of ice and how it can be manipulated with a simple action.
Meet the Survival, an extravagant vehicle created in the 1950s. The body of this car is divided into two articulated sections. The first housed the engine, and the second the passenger compartment. The latter was padded, and its structure reinforced with steel tubes for greater protection.
A shopping mall in India is the setting for a universally recognized family entertainment activity, the claw game, where players try to simulate being a mechanical claw to grab prizes. It is a popular pastime in many countries, and its presence in India highlights the globalization of leisure and entertainment. In Kazakhstan, a man is seen in a room full of lizards. Although there are many types, only 3 are known to be venomous: the Gila monster and the beaded lizard, endemic to Mexico, and the Komodo dragon from Indonesia. Unlike snakes, which inject venom through their fangs, these lizards must chew their prey to release venom from glands in the lower jaw, making their bite less dangerous. Meet the sailor cats. These traveled aboard ships, and their job was to eliminate rodents. What is curious is that they had official identification that they even signed with their paw.
Some fish can change from female to male or vice versa throughout their lives. There are more or less about 500 varieties that have this ability. Some fish can change from female to male in a process that lasts only 1 week. Their female organs transform into fully functional male organs for reproduction. This happens when the dominant male is removed from his harem and the largest female is forced to take his place.
The staircase called the Hand of Buddha in China is located in Xinyuan, Guangdong Province. Its structure imitates a giant hand reaching towards the sky and is used as a tourist viewpoint. The work draws interest for its visual impact and symbolic relationship with meditation. Its value is more artistic than religious.
The destruction of Pompeii more than 2,000 years ago is an example of the destructive power of nature. Although there is a myth that the inhabitants turned to stone, the reality is more dramatic. People died from asphyxiation or from the incandescent clouds of Mount Vesuvius. The eruption was so violent that residents were trapped in the city. The bodies, covered by volcanic ash, were preserved, allowing archaeologists to recreate life in the city.
Wuhan Dream Plaza, located in China, is the largest shopping mall in the world. Its area reaches approximately 8,611,000 square feet, equivalent to 110 soccer fields. Its modern design houses a wide variety of stores, restaurants, and entertainment spaces. It is a key destination for shopping and tourism in the region.
The Skewo Bro is an electric wheelchair with advanced technology that allows it to move across different terrains. Its innovative design enables it to go up and down stairs autonomously thanks to its integrated track system. It has 2 large rear wheels that provide stability and mobility. In addition, it features height adjustment to facilitate eye-level interaction with others. Its sensors help detect obstacles and ensure safe navigation.
The hermit crab belongs to the Pagoroidea family and has a soft abdomen. To protect itself, it uses empty shells that it changes throughout its life. Before moving, it carefully examines its new shell. This process is crucial for its survival, since the shell protects it from predators and harsh conditions.
The aquarium toilet at the Hippopopo restaurant in Akashi, Japan, is an unusual installation that attracts many curious visitors. For its construction, the owner invested a large sum of money and installed it in the women's restroom. The result is a truly immersive experience, as it creates the illusion of being inside an aquarium.
A spider spins around an ant much larger than itself to entangle it with its web. Unlike spiders that weave static webs, this spider uses its web to capture moving prey. The web, which is stronger than steel, wraps the ant until it cannot move. This hunting strategy is an example of the skill and intelligence of spiders. A fleet of delivery robots about the size of a microwave operates in Northampton, England. These robots use a combination of cameras, sensors, and GPS to navigate city sidewalks and avoid obstacles. Their use is part of an effort to automate last-mile deliveries, reducing traffic and emissions in urban centers.
Rexy is a cat famous on social media for his unique expressions. His owner, Dasha Minayeva, captures his gestures and shares them. Because of his exaggerated expressions, he has been nicknamed the living cat emoji. Rexy suffered an accident that affected his mobility, but he continues to show a strong personality.
In Helsinki, Finland, 687 Tesla cars synchronized to create a light show similar to Christmas displays. The cars were connected to a computer via Wi-Fi, and their lights were programmed to blink in unison. This show demonstrates the versatility of modern car technology and how it can be used for artistic and promotional purposes.
A Chinese company was able to build a 10-story building in just 28 hours thanks to modular construction. The building is composed of prefabricated autonomous units, including pipes, cables, and windows, which are assembled on site like Lego pieces. This method reduces on-site construction time and minimizes waste.
These are potatoes grown without soil, using a method known as hydroponic or aeroponic cultivation. They are planted in soil and, once they sprout, are placed on platforms where the roots are sprayed with nutrient-enriched mist. This technique allows savings of up to 90% of water and has been shown to produce denser crops with higher nutrient levels. At Soto Park in Florida, United States, more than 130 manatees huddle together in a small canal to keep warm. Manatees are gentle and slow animals that spend their time eating, sleeping, and traveling, but they have a particular habit. They seek warmer waters in winter in order to survive.
She is Senya Krochilova, an artist specialized in soap bubble shows. She has gained international recognition for her innovative performances and her ability to create unique visual experiences.
McDonald's Italy introduced the table bag, a cardboard bag that transforms into a portable table. It was designed to offer a convenient way to eat in public spaces. Its structure allows it to be placed on urban bollards, turning them into supports. In addition, it is fully recyclable and reusable. It was launched during Milan Design Week as an innovative proposal.
This device is called Sauce Mover, and as its name indicates, it allows you to move any type of sauce or liquid across a surface effortlessly. This artist has an impressive talent for playing with perception, making it difficult to distinguish between a painting and a real paint palette. The American YouTuber Robert Maddox, known as Rocket Man, tests one of his inventions that uses butane gas as fuel. The exhaust and gas tank glow red hot, creating an impressive visual effect, but it is also very dangerous. Maddox's inventions are a demonstration of his passion for science and engineering, but also a reminder of the risks of experimentation.
The director of the Paranormal Activity franchise, Oren Peli, originally planned a darker ending for the first movie. In his initial idea, Katie Featherston, the main character, would end up killed by her husband after he ripped everything out of her. However, thanks to the mediation of Steven Spielberg and through DreamWorks, it was changed to the ending we know, where Katie is dragged away by a paranormal force.
These are gelatinous spheres that protect the eggs of the common frog, also known as the brown frog. Interestingly, the egg mass from a single female can contain up to 2,000 eggs, and when it comes in contact with water, the jelly swells to up to 3 times its original size, helping to protect them from predators.
Homo floresiensis, nicknamed the Flores Man, was a human species that lived on the island of Flores, Indonesia, around 50,000 years ago. It had an approximate height of 3 feet 3 inches and weighed about 55 pounds. Its small size is explained by island dwarfism, a common adaptation in species isolated on islands. This phenomenon allowed them to survive with limited resources and without large predators. In Japan, natural history museums have displayed reconstructions of the species in scientific exhibitions. The fossils were discovered in Liangbua Cave in 2003. Their discovery challenged previous ideas about human evolution.
This is the gharial, a freshwater crocodile that lives in the rivers of Pakistan, India, Nepal, and Bangladesh. The male gharial is distinguished by a peculiar bulbous growth on the tip of its snout, called a gara, which it uses to attract females with its vocalizations. It is a fish-eating predator that can reach nearly 16.4 feet in length. The restoration of ancient paintings is a specialized process that seeks to preserve the authenticity of the artwork. It begins with an evaluation to identify damage, such as cracks, loss of color, and accumulated dirt. Careful cleaning techniques are applied to remove impurities without affecting the original paint. If there is structural damage, consolidation processes are used to reinforce the stability of the canvas. Discrete retouching may also be performed to recover affected areas.
Researchers at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology have developed the rapid liquid printing technique. This method allows objects to be printed inside a gel. The gel holds the objects in place until they solidify. Structures made of silicone, foam, and other industrial materials can be created. Watercar EV is an electric amphibious vehicle designed to travel on roads and water. It can carry up to 6 people and switches between driving and navigation with the push of a button. Its design includes retractable wheels and a foam-filled aluminum hull to ensure buoyancy.
The Gotek Viaduct, located in Shan State, Myanmar, was built between 1899 and 1900 during British rule. Its parts were manufactured by the Pennsylvania Steel Company in the United States and transported by ship to Rangoon, where they were assembled by American engineers in a remote area that was difficult to access. Its modular design made this project possible, and at the time of its inauguration, it was considered the largest railway trestle bridge in the world.
The sculptures of Italian artist Elio Cristiani are a combination of art and science. They are wooden pieces assembled like an accordion, giving them a unique and fascinating structure. Wood, a natural and flexible material, is shaped to create organic forms that reflect the beauty of nature. Cristiani's sculptures are an example of modern art and engineering, where form and function combine to create something new and surprising. The Chinese company Sany Heavy Industry is recognized for manufacturing high-precision heavy machinery. At trade shows and technical demonstrations, its excavators perform delicate maneuvers, such as opening bottles or moving fragile objects. These actions showcase the advanced hydraulic control of their equipment, designed for demanding and sensitive tasks. The system includes positive flow technology and real-time computerized control. The exhibitions are technical tests that demonstrate reliability and precision. This builds confidence among operators and industrial clients. During the Lunar New Year in China, an ancestral ritual called Da Shu Hua is celebrated, originating in Nuanquan, Hebei. It consists of throwing molten iron against cold brick walls, creating an impressive shower of sparks. This spectacle was born more than 500 years ago as an alternative to fireworks. Blacksmiths, dressed in fur coats and straw hats, perform the ritual during the Lantern Festival. It is considered a symbol of good luck and prosperity. It is also believed to ward off evil spirits. The visual effect is as striking as it is hypnotic. Alberto Magri is an Italian pastry chef born on January 9, 1999 in Livorno, Italy. He has gained international recognition for his innovative pastry creations. He shares his work on social media, where he has millions of followers. In April of 2015, he opened his pastry shop, Pasticceria Magri, in Livorno. His establishment has achieved international success and attracts pastry lovers. The Claro River, located in Molina, Chile, dazzles with its crystal-clear waters flowing between dark volcanic rock formations, the result of ancient Andean eruptions. Part of Radal Siete Tazas National Park, this unique environment features waterfalls and natural pools shaped by erosion and local geology. Born in the high Andes, the river maintains remarkable purity and supports rich biodiversity, being vital both for local agriculture and for endemic species. Bug zapping rackets are electrical devices designed to eliminate flying insects through an electric shock. They are shaped like a tennis racket and feature an electrified metal mesh. When they come into contact with an insect, it is eliminated instantly. They operate with rechargeable batteries or USB power and include a safety switch. They are an effective and chemical-free alternative for pest control indoors and outdoors. A paper engineer is a specialist in creating three-dimensional structures with paper. They use advanced knowledge of geometry, design, and folding techniques. Their work is applied in pop-up books, sculptures, and movable mechanisms. Each piece requires planning to achieve functionality and aesthetics. These are the eyes of crocodiles photographed at night. Like many other animals, crocodiles have a special tissue behind the retina called the tapetum lucidum. This layer acts like a mirror that reflects visible light back through the eye, enhancing night vision. The reddish or orange color we see is the result of light reflected through their tapetum lucidum.
In a video believed to have been recorded in Russia, a man breaks bricks with frozen loaves of bread. The bread, due to its water content, becomes extremely hard when frozen, giving it resistance similar to that of a hammer. The bricks, which are more porous, break easily upon impact. This experiment shows that food can have surprising physical properties when subjected to low temperatures. Parrots can imitate sounds and human voices thanks to their vocal organ called the syrinx, located at the base of the trachea. Unlike mammals, they do not have vocal cords, but they control airflow and the muscles of the syrinx to modulate sounds. Their high cognitive ability allows them to learn and reproduce sounds from their environment. Their ability to imitate sounds makes them unique among birds.
In 2004, Domino's launched a campaign in Brazil in which it gave away DVDs with movies when purchasing a pizza. At first glance, the discs appeared completely black, but they had a special layer that reacted to heat. As they spun in the player, the heat revealed a secret message with the image of a freshly baked pizza. The autonomous cruise taxis in San Francisco operate using a combination of cutting-edge technology. They use LiDAR to create a three-dimensional map of their surroundings, cameras to detect objects and people, and GPS for navigation. These vehicles represent an important step toward a future with autonomous and safe urban transportation.
Air Zero is an ultra-thin mouse inspired by origami. Its foldable design makes it portable and easy to carry. It features Bluetooth connectivity for efficient wireless connection. Its battery has a long lifespan, ideal for daily use. The geometric structure provides strength and stability. At some airports with parallel runways, two airplanes can land at the same time. An example is San Francisco International Airport, where the runways are separated by approximately 656 feet.
In Dubai, a SIM card with an exclusive number was sold for $837,000. These types of numbers are considered status symbols. The SIM included the number 05 followed by 77. Auctions of exclusive numbers can reach surprising figures. XIMN Bus Rapid Transit is the first elevated bus rapid transit network in China, inaugurated on August 31, 2008. The system uses elevated roadways and dedicated lanes on bridges to optimize urban mobility. The buses can reach speeds of up to approximately 37 miles per hour, improving transportation efficiency.
Commercial airplanes can be modified for different purposes, such as cargo transport or structural testing, which may involve the removal of seats. The robotic horse at the Tokyo track in Japan is an advanced simulator. Although it may look like a toy, it is designed to train jockeys and simulate the sensations of horseback riding in a controlled environment. It is also used at events and demonstrations, offering a unique experience without the risk of a live animal.
Imagine strolling through these cobblestone streets, surrounded by colorful houses. This is the picturesque city of Einbeck in Germany. Its buildings are true works of art. Some have been carved recently, but you can also find old timber houses dating back to the 15th and 16th centuries.
These bees are capable of detecting bombs thanks to their incredible sense of smell. They are trained by confining them in individual cages and rewarding them with sugar water each time they are exposed to explosive vapors. With this method, the bees associate the odor with a reward and can be monitored by cameras to detect explosives in places that are difficult for other animals to access. The Museum of Fantastic Illusions in Prague has more than 150 interactive exhibits. Its displays challenge visitors' perception and perspective. It presents visual effects that create surprising illusions, including changes in size and a sense of levitation.
The glass lookout of Ixtlán de Juárez is located in the Sierra Norte of Oaxaca. It is a suspended platform with a U-shaped design. Its concrete and steel structure includes a reinforced glass floor. Visitors can walk over the void and admire the landscape. The average time it takes a person to fall asleep is 7 minutes. However, the recommended sleep latency is 10 to 20 minutes. If you fall asleep in less than 5 minutes, your body is telling you that you are tired and that you should sleep more.
This roller coaster in the Netherlands is one of the most extreme in the world. You choose how extreme you want your ride to be by rotating the wings of your car.
A creative advertisement shows a tunnel where cars appear to be sucked in by a giant vacuum cleaner. This visual effect highlights the suction power of the advertised product. The Appian Way, known as the Queen of Roads, is one of the earliest and most important roads built by the Roman Empire. What is interesting is that the Appian Way, built in the 4th century before Christ, connected Rome with Brindisi in southern Italy and facilitated trade and the movement of troops. Some sections of the road are still preserved and can be walked on, offering a journey into the past. The United States Navy constantly tests and improves systems that allow aircraft to take off from aircraft carriers. One of the most important advances is the electromagnetic aircraft launch system, which replaces traditional steam catapults with electromagnetic induction technology. This is a three-dimensional astronaut in a shopping mall. This type of display uses holographic projection or three-dimensional visual effects to create an immersive and futuristic experience. The technology, which uses layers of light and a background environment, is used for art exhibitions, advertising, and entertainment. The Interlace is a residential complex in Singapore, designed by architect Ole Sheeran. Its structure breaks away from traditional vertical towers by stacking 31 blocks of 6 stories. The hexagonal layout forms 8 open and permeable courtyards, promoting community life. Vitiligo is a skin condition that causes loss of pigmentation due to dysfunction of melanocytes. It appears as irregular white patches on different parts of the body. It can affect the face, hands, and sun-exposed areas. Its exact cause is not fully known, but it is related to autoimmune, genetic, and environmental factors. There is no definitive cure, but treatments exist to improve its appearance. In certain places around the world, phenomena known as eternal flames occur, produced by natural gas seepage from underground. This gas rises through cracks in the rock and can ignite spontaneously or through human intervention. The combustion can last for years or centuries, and the emission is constant. Although they do not always indicate large reserves, they do signal ongoing geological activity.
In Arkansas, United States, 3 grizzly boats race at approximately 31 miles per hour among the cypress trees of the swamps at 4 in the morning. Swamps are a dangerous place to navigate at night, as boats can collide with tree trunks floating in the water. Grizzly boats are known for their speed and their ability to navigate shallow waters, allowing them to move quickly through the swamps.
The famous Victorinox knives, known for their multiple functions, were originally created in 1897 for soldiers of the Swiss Army. Today, these knives are a symbol of ingenuity and quality, with more than 100 different functions available. OK Go is a band known for its creative and visually innovative music videos. In their video, The One Moment, they used 64 mobile phones to record independent scenes. The videos were then played simultaneously on the same devices. These mechanical butterflies are an example of a toy powered by elastic potential energy. The twisted rubber band stores energy, which is then released suddenly to make the wings move, creating the illusion that the butterfly is flying. Sweep It introduced an innovative fast charging system called Instant Power System. This device includes the Sweep It Hub, a station with 5 interchangeable batteries, and the Sweep It Link, a smartphone case. When the phone is inserted into the base, the case replaces the depleted battery with a fully charged one in just 2 seconds. Weddings in India often include banquets with a wide variety of traditional dishes. Chicken korma, with a mild and spiced flavor, is popular in the north. Vindaloo, originally from Goa, is traditionally prepared with pork or lamb, although there are modern variations with beef. Palak dal, a mixture of lentils and spinach, is common on vegetarian menus. Many dishes are intensely spiced, although the level of heat varies by region. Eating with the hands is part of the cultural experience, as it allows people to better perceive the texture and temperature of the food. This practice symbolizes connection and respect for the meal. Dragon 12 is a tidal energy kite developed by Monesto to harness the flow of ocean tides. With a wingspan of approximately 39 feet and a weight of around 31 short tons, it is anchored to the seabed and generates electricity from the movement of the water. In 2024, it managed to supply power to the national grid of the Faroe Islands, marking an advance in renewable energy. Amazon has implemented an autonomous drone delivery service in some regions of the United States. Prime Air allows packages weighing up to 5 pounds to be delivered in less than 1 hour. The company plans to expand the service to Italy and the United Kingdom in the future. In South Korea, students receive information on how to respond to emergencies. The education system incorporates drills and training to respond to natural disasters, such as earthquakes and fires. They are taught safety and evacuation protocols to act quickly. They also practice survival techniques in cases of serious crises.
Lillian Baez is a talented makeup artist, known for creations that imitate drawings. She uses special paint to achieve unique visual effects on the face. Many of her works look like illustrations rather than makeup. A thermoelectric fan works without electricity using the heat from a candle. The fan uses a special motor that activates when the candle's heat is transferred to a conductive material. This process, known as the Seebeck effect, converts heat into electrical energy that spins the fan blades.
Ruru Cafe, located in Shibuya, Tokyo, stands out for its innovative concept of water tables. Dishes and drinks are served on transparent floating surfaces, creating a unique visual sensation. These are the transparent Nike Air Max 97. Released as a special edition, these sneakers are distinguished by their translucent upper. Their design is a nod to futuristic technology, as they allow the wearer to show their socks, which become a visible and customizable part of the footwear. Kayla Barnes-Lentz, a 33-year-old biohacker, seeks to extend her life to 150 years. Her routine includes walking approximately 9,320 steps daily, taking 20 supplements, and sleeping in a Faraday cage to block electromagnetic fields. She also uses oxygen therapies and ozone treatments. She wakes up at 5 in the morning to meditate, exercise, and drink fortified coffee. She claims to have reduced her biological age by 10 years through these habits. The longest limousine in the world is called the American Dream and measures approximately 100.2 feet in length. It was built in 1986 by designer Jay Orberg, known for creating vehicles for film and television. It is assembled from several Cadillac Eldorados connected by a custom structure. After years of abandonment, it was restored between 2019 and 2022 with a considerable investment. It is currently displayed at the Desertland Park Automotive Museum in Orlando. Keratoconus is a degenerative condition that causes the cornea to become thinner and bulge into a cone shape, which distorts vision. Although the causes are not entirely clear, its progression can be slowed with treatments such as specialized contact lenses or, in more severe cases, a corneal transplant. A barber in Alansoppa, India, uses his clients' heads as an improvised stove for cooking. Although the heat from the hairdryer is not enough to cook food, the barber serves items such as pasta soup, scrambled eggs, and Nutella crepes to his clients while styling their hair. Cooking on people's heads is a way to entertain customers and make the experience unique. Core Power Ocean has developed buoys approximately 30 feet in diameter to generate electricity from wave energy. Their design is inspired by the functioning of the human heart. They use a pre-tension system that takes advantage of the up and down motion of the water.
These are the strange Java apples, native to Malaysia, Indonesia, and India. Despite their name, their flavor is more similar to that of a pear, with a hint of rose, and their juice is purple in color. They are known for their high water content and crisp texture, so they are often used to refresh salads and desserts. Rob Spence, a Canadian filmmaker, lost the vision in his right eye after an accident in his childhood. In 2013, he decided to replace his glass eye with an integrated camera. Although it does not allow him to see, it can record up to 30 minutes of video. He calls himself Iborg and uses his technology in documentary projects.
Red Wing Shoes created an exclusive prototype of Super Mario boots for the premiere of his movie. They are made of natural leather with reinforced toes and mycelium insoles.
In Georgia, United States, lies the narrow Petty John's Cave, one of the most impressive caves in the region. The cave extends for more than approximately 0.62 miles and is known for its unique rock formations and narrow passages. It is a popular destination for spelunkers who wish to explore its depths. Its open access encourages safe and educational exploration. Notable areas include the Echo Room and the Worm Tube, a narrow tunnel of approximately 148 feet.
This extremely dangerous high-voltage cable that is poorly buried is highly volatile. The sparks it produces are a type of electric arc, a phenomenon so powerful that even without direct contact, it can release enough heat and energy to cause severe burns and electrocution, making it a threat to anyone nearby.
In Japan, some public restrooms have devices to disinfect mobile phones. These systems use ultraviolet light to eliminate bacteria and germs.
Silica aerogel is a material with a highly porous structure and excellent thermal insulation. Its low heat conductivity makes it useful in aerospace and scientific applications. It is used in spacesuits and advanced thermal protection.
Nadine Gone is a jewelry designer recognized for her innovative and creative style. Her pieces transform everyday objects into sophisticated and playful accessories.
Highlights include hamburger-shaped rings, necklaces inspired by paper clips, and bracelets designed like pencils and crayons. Her work has gained international recognition for its originality.
Fan bees use a surprising technique to regulate the temperature in their hives. During hot days, several worker bees position themselves at the entrance and beat their wings in unison to create a flow of cool air. This behavior is vital to maintaining the optimal internal temperature, preventing honey from melting and larvae from dying. It is an example of the sophisticated social organization of bees.
This veterinarian named Sarah often swims with American crocodiles. Although they are considered moderately dangerous, it is recommended to avoid them, as they can be territorial, and although they rarely attack humans, they are very powerful predators. Even so, they are less aggressive than saltwater or Nile crocodiles, with which she would never dare to swim.
The subway system in China is known for its organization. Large cities such as Beijing and Shanghai have advanced systems that transport millions of passengers every day. During peak hours, some stations can be crowded, but traffic remains organized. Discipline in the use of public transportation is a notable characteristic. Road trains combine a tractor truck with multiple trailers. They are designed to transport goods over long distances efficiently. Their structure allows large volumes of cargo to be moved in a single operation. They are common in regions with extensive networks of long, straight roads. Their use reduces logistical costs and optimizes the transport of goods. They operate mainly in areas with low traffic and specially adapted routes.
The line marking trucks used to paint roads in the United States have a problem. If the paint hardens inside the tanks, it becomes unusable. In some cases, to avoid wasting paint, the tanks are emptied in a discrete location. The truck shown in the video likely ran out of fuel or stopped at a location to dispose of excess paint.
The sky blue toucan, known as the blue-breasted toucanet, inhabits the montane forests of the Andes. Its scientific name is Ondigena nigrirostris, and it belongs to the Ramphastidae family. It measures around 20 inches in length, with a bill up to 4.3 inches. Its plumage is black on the upper part, with a white throat and bib. Its light blue chest gives it its distinctive name.
Circus trapeze artists are performers who carry out aerial acrobatics using a trapeze, a bar suspended by ropes or chains. Their talent lies in the ability to jump between trapezes, perform spins, and land with precision. Constant practice and coordination are essential to execute complex movements safely. These acts require great strength, flexibility, and courage. Music and visual effects often accompany the performance to heighten the excitement of the show.
The tiller truck is a vehicle specialized in firefighting. Its articulated design allows it to maneuver precisely through narrow streets and hard-to-access areas. It features an independent steering system in the rear. Its long ladder reaches several stories high. In addition, it is equipped with water pumps and essential firefighting tools.
Yanagawa in Fukuoka Prefecture, Japan, is known as the Venice of Kyushu because of its historic canals. Visitors can tour them in traditional boats called donkobune. These rides offer a unique view of the city and its architecture.
The game called pool ball, also known as soccer billiards, combines elements of traditional billiards with soccer. It is played on a large table with numbered balls that imitate billiard balls. Players strike the balls with their feet instead of using cues, directing them toward the table's pockets. The rules are similar to billiards, but adapted for playing with the feet.
Honey is a natural food that has antibacterial and antimicrobial properties due to its low water content and acidic pH. This means that honey can be stored indefinitely without spoiling, although it may crystallize over time.
Most airplanes are washed by hand, a process that can take up to 6 hours. There are also machines that work like car washes for airplanes. These allow for a complete cleaning in just 15 minutes.
This dense cloud of sand that covered the Suez Canal in Egypt is known as a haboob. Although people usually take shelter from them, the main danger is not the sand, but the strong winds that cause them. These winds are capable of lifting roofs and knocking down trees within minutes, making them a real risk to infrastructure and transportation.
Volley Club is a game that combines juggling and volleyball. Players hold 2 clubs, except for the one who starts the game, who has 3. The first player juggles the 3 clubs before throwing the volley club to the other side of the net. Opponents must catch it without dropping their own clubs. The game follows volleyball rules, but with the added challenge of juggling.
This is a submerged forest in Alaska. These phenomena form due to rising sea levels or glacier melt, which causes trees to become submerged underwater. The danger in these forests lies in the fact that decomposing organic matter can generate methane bubbles that, when they rise, weaken the surface ice and create soft spots through which a person can fall.
It is possible to make ice boil. In reality, it involves water that is boiling and freezing constantly. This is known as the triple point and occurs when the three states of matter coexist in equilibrium. In New Zealand, a strong earthquake in Christchurch in September 2010 caused soil liquefaction, a geological phenomenon in which solid material behaves like a liquid. The wet soil that emerged from the garden was the result of this process, in which vibrations from the quake caused water-saturated soils to lose their rigidity. Floating ghost effects in the air can be achieved through various filmmaking techniques. In some cases, scenes are recorded underwater to obtain smooth and ethereal movement. They are then edited in post-production to simulate the appearance of a ghost. In Callao Square in Madrid, Spain, a crack appeared that was actually an advertising campaign for the television series Stranger Things. The crack, which resembles a portal, is a reference to the show, which is based on an alternate universe. This advertising platform, known as guerrilla marketing, is a way to capture public attention and create trends on social media. High-performance speedboats can exceed 58 miles per hour depending on their design and technology. Jet sprint competitions are popular in Australia and New Zealand. These boats are designed for fast maneuvers on closed circuits. The company Windspeed Technologies designed the Skydeck capsule, which is installed on the roof of airplanes. It has 2 seats and offers a 360-degree panoramic view during flight. Its glass structure provides a unique aviation experience. Chimelong Spaceship, located in Zhuhai, China, is the largest indoor theme park in the world. Its futuristic infrastructure simulates a space station. It offers immersive experiences and advanced technology. It holds 7 Guinness records, including the largest indoor aquarium. The target application for iPhone helps locate products inside the store. It uses maps and aisle locations to make searching easier. It also allows users to create personalized shopping lists and access exclusive discounts. Jin-il Park, a Korean designer, created the Drawing Series, a collection of furniture that appears like 3-dimensional sketches. He uses wires of different thicknesses and welding techniques to transform drawings into functional structures. In Al Ula, Saudi Arabia, stands the Mariah Concert Hall, which was built with prefabricated mirror panels and took only 2.5 months to complete. The hall, located in the middle of the desert, reflects the surrounding landscape and creates a fascinating optical illusion. The name of the hall, which means mirror in Arabic, is a reference to its design that blends into the landscape. The Vizcaya Bridge is the first transporter bridge in the world, inaugurated in 1893. Its iron structure measures approximately 525 feet in length and around 148 feet in height. It is supported by steel cables and has 4 towers. Its suspended gondola allows the transport of vehicles and passengers. It crosses the Bilbao estuary without affecting navigation. Grass skiing is a real alternative to traditional snow skiing. Skis with wheels are used, allowing smooth movement over grass. This sport originated in Germany in the 1960s as off-season training. At a London airport, luggage shaped like a human body appears on the conveyor belt. In reality, it is a mannequin-shaped lamp, a prank by an artist who wanted to amuse people. The lamp, which resembles a human body wrapped in a suitcase, is a piece of conceptual art that challenges conventions. The aerial suit, called a wingsuit, is a special garment used in skydiving and base jumping. Its design includes membranes between the arms and legs, which increase body surface area and generate lift. Jumpers can control speed and direction through body movements. Experience in skydiving is required to use it safely. It has revolutionized extreme sports, allowing extended flight before deploying the parachute. Neurospot is a video analysis module that uses artificial intelligence for customer tracking and staff monitoring. The technology can detect employee actions to prevent theft or identify peak customer traffic times in order to adapt services. This type of technology is becoming increasingly common in retail to optimize operations and security. Dubai launched a 24-karat gold banknote as a collectible item. It was created by jeweler Diane Jewelry in collaboration with Finmet and Valrum. It contains approximately 0.0035 ounces of pure gold and has a unique serial number. It is not legal tender, but it represents Dubai's heritage of gold craftsmanship. During Typhoon Infa, which caused major damage in Japan, Taiwan, and China, a group of gamers in the Philippines continued playing in an internet cafe.
While floods swept through cities, the players stayed connected. Their persistence demonstrates the dedication they have to their hobby, even under the most adverse conditions.
La Piedra del Peñol is a monolith approximately 722 feet tall in Guatapé, Colombia. To reach the top, you must climb no fewer than 702 steps.
The water train of Lake Berlin in the Altai region of Russia travels on elevated tracks at water level to transport salt extracted from the lake. Lake Berlin is one of Siberia's salt lakes, and its salt is used for culinary and industrial purposes. The lake's salt is known for its high quality and unique flavor, making it a highly valued product in the region.
She was Britann, one of the rescue dogs during the events of September 11th. This animal was part of a team that worked 12 hours a day for 2 weeks to find survivors among the rubble of the towers. Although she did not find any living people, firefighters and other rescuers would approach her and pet her. Unexpectedly, Britann became a therapy dog for these people. She helped calm them, and that is why she is considered a heroine.
If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it and share it with your friends. Subscribe so you don't miss more interesting content. Leave your comments and click on any of these videos. See you next time.